You've got to become like, what do you call them? The guys that do the weather. I can't remember what their actual
Weatherman
title is. Well, yes, but
Weather
meteorologist.
Guy. Meteorologist.
Yeah, there you go.
That's maybe what we should do. We should normalise stopping a song within the first 20 seconds. You know, when everyone started dancing.
Yeah, just go, sorry about that.
Just go, sorry,
We're going to stop you right there.
We're starting again. If I see someone smash up a guitar, I'm like, you're a prick.
Chris, what have you done? What have you done? I'd pissed in his suitcase.
I'm not creating. And it's like, it's so important to create.
It's sea-bone, you know what I mean? It's sea-bone, let's say.
I remember watching this podcast that had a Navy SEAL on it, and they're asking him questions like, what's the key to your sustained energy? And he was like, naps.
Yeah.
And they're like, really, a nap? And he was like, yep. And they're like, every day? I was like, yep, every day. And they're like, how long do you nap for? And he was like, 4 minutes.
No.
And they're like seriously? And they're like, yep, 4 minutes. And he's like, what, you set an alarm for 4 minutes and fall asleep? He's like, yep.
What?
Like 4 minutes?
How can you go to sleep? How can you go to sleep that quickly?
I don't know, mate.
It's like, oh my God, I'm asleep.
That's like, they are
What does that
masters at
even
keeping
do for
themselves
you?
calm, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolute masters at it.
Just madness, like. I could never, ever do that. Like, if I sleep, I need to have at least
You
an
comfy,
hour.
Richard?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Well, I have to be.
You seem higher up than everybody else. Is that a status thing?
Yeah.
Is that compensating for your height?
Welcome to my house. Yeah. You're in my house now.
My house, I'm gonna look down on you bitches.
Welcome to my house.
I know you should have this chair.
I tried to drop it lower than this. Well, that is the chair, isn't it?
That
Hang
is-
on. No, we're not talking about, because I talk about the chair every episode.
Yes, as well. He likes to make it very clear that that's his chair.
That's my chair. You're welcome.
in it.
But you also pointed out that it's the first day of Wimbledon today.
Yes.
So I am umpiring.
It is appropriate that you are on a swivel chair then.
That's it, like, we didn't bring the strawberries and cream.
Oh, damn it. well, no, we shouldn't be talking that. That'd be good.
Chuffed with that. If we just all had a bowl of strawberries
Oh,
and cream.
mate, that has to happen.
Yes.
Need to think about that.
We could put a skirt on each and...
I'm going to stop making those noises now.
Sure you do that.
Yeah, don't you do that. Just do it to the right, Rob. That's fine. You do that.
Yeah, don't look that way. Are you all right there?
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
What are you on the pain scale today?
Pain scale. So you do this every podcast
every
now, just to kind of like keep
Rob's pain
I'm
scale.
good. I'm on like a 2.
Oh, that's excellent.
I'm not
mate.
uncomfortable, so that's good.
Nice.
It's there, but
It's there, but it's so long as I don't move too much.
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm good.
shift.
Don't make me conscious of it.
So I have to do pain scale, don't we?
How's
Pain
your
scale
elbow?
is a thing. Chris Hogg, where are we starting? Let's start.
Yes.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. It's really weird, isn't it, when you start like a conversation in the middle of a conversation?
That's it, like, but you've got to do it sometime.
That's a really good point.
It's just
I
like
don't
we've
know
been
that.
talking for like, it was like when we did it with John Fairs. It's like we've been talking because he
Like half
stayed
an
with us
hour.
for a day before we did the podcast,
Yeah.
and it was like we talked about everything, and then you sit down and you try and talk about everything
Everything
again.
again.
With the same enthusiasm like you heard it the first time. It's like, yeah, I know this story.
Welcome to the Echo Town podcast.
Yeah,
it's a
welcome,
thing.
It's an actual official thing.
Yeah. So we've got an Andy Quick episode coming out from Land of the Giants
Yeah,
this
nice.
Thursday. I don't know when you're going to be. Whenever I edit it and put it up, I
Yeah,
suppose.
probably about the same length as it took to get my album out, which is not out yet.
4 or 5 years.
When is it? Well, let's start
It's
with
the same with
that.
us. I think
Yeah,
ours
we
is
got
like,
to 2011. Like.
we're like 10 years due.
Oh, we're 8 years since our last album.
Bloody hell.
That's too long.
We need, to
That
get
is.
his, we need to get his finger out.
When's your album out then, Chris?
Don't know.
Is it-
Essentially, there's not really much to do on it. Recorded it all in 4 days.
Nice.
And then there's only like about an hour's worth of tweaking, I'd say. There's 12 songs, I think.
Nice.
And there's only just like, that's a bit loud. that's a bit loud. Too much reverb here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not enough there or whatever. But yes.
Where did you
Just
record
need to go
that?
to Plymouth and sort it out.
Yeah. Oh, did you record it in Plymouth, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
PMC.
Yeah, nice.
It's the same place I recorded my first album and the Big Sets EP. But the Doc, the producer there, he's a bad man, like, you know.
He's a bad man.
And it's not expensive, you know. It's like I highly rate that because some studios are just absolutely atrocious prices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and for small musicians like ourselves, like it's just unfeasible. Like, you know what I mean?
But it's just also difficult considering you stick it on streaming platforms and then you don't
Don't
paid
make anything
from there.
out of it. Exactly.
I was telling people the other day when I was selling CDs, every CD that I sold for a tenner, I was like, that's 2,500 streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's like people don't know that.
It's crazy.
No.
It's like I don't care who you are. You've not streamed your favorite song. You've not listened to your favorite song 2,500 times in your life.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's a thing. But I also wish I had that many fans buying that many CDs as well. Like, it's a tough one, isn't it?
That'd be hard.
Yeah.
You spend all the money on the merch, and then you do see it going out slowly, but it's still a tough old job, like, because especially down here in Cornwall, like, the gigs we do aren't really like merch selling gigs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you sort of got to wait for the right times to get it out there and that.
Yeah, and then you have to sort of fork out a load of money before, to buy the merch in the first place.
Yeah.
We're sort of running out of vinyls at the minute, and then I'm like, well, in order to buy a couple hundred, the minimum run of vinyls that you can buy, that's $2,000.
Absolutely.
It's like you've got to outlay that before.
Yeah.
That's why you got to start putting a percentage of your merch sales towards
Towards
the next
merch,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's it.
It's
Like,
mental, isn't it?
the good thing is with our band, like we've all got separate like little jobs. You know what I mean? Like I'm a musician, Ben's a bass player, teacher or guitar teacher as well in schools, and then Darren's a driving instructor, and then every bit of merch money we make just goes into a pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the album was paid for through merch, and that's why as well, like I wanted to just get it done like as quick as possible. You know what I mean? Like we rehearsed really well before we went in the studio, and then we pretty much got all the songs recorded on the first day, which then went. The next day was saxophones,
Nice.
and then the day after that vocals and backing vocals, and then day after that mixing. So it's pretty much, and it does sound really good. You know what I mean? I just like when I hear something, I just feel like it's not like the finished product.
Are you a perfectionist, Chris?
I think I am.
Yeah.
You got to be though with your art.
Yeah.
I think every artist, no matter who you are,
Yeah.
has got to be a perfectionist,
I mean, it's
and they're
all
never
like,
happy with the finished product.
Nah. I mean, if I could, like I guess I don't know this for sure, but I guess like the bigger artists or whatever, they get like paid to go in the studio, or like it's free for them because they know they're gonna make money back, and they've got good gigs where they make merch sales and blah de blah tours and all of that. But then I don't want to release like I had my debut album, which was good. Like I got some good reviews, got good plays on that on the radios and stuff like that. And then this one, I want it to be a step above. You know what I mean? Which is, I think it is going to be.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But it's you never know. But like it's
that.
sounding good, the music's good, and I like the songs that are on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
So,
Sorry, go on.
no, you go.
I was just gonna say that's the key, innit? Is like sometimes you might not have like you might constantly want to be tweaking it, and you might never be happy with the actual result. But if you're happy with the songs and how the energy that you've put behind it,
Yeah.
I think that's a massive thing for us. That's a huge thing. Just like how does the song come across?
Yeah.
I listen to our Kin album and I'm often like, Jesus Christ, could have made that sound so much better. I could have slowed it down by 10 BPM for sure.
Yeah.
You know, at least.
Yeah.
You know, but then it's like, well, that's part of the journey. That's what we did. We went into the studio, we recorded it there and then, and that's the energy that we had at the time. And
Did you
that's,
record it live?
It was
Did you?
like pretty much live. It was pretty. We obviously like did a
tweaks and overdubs stuff,
but it was effectively very much like a jam live album sort
and
of thing.
When you
but
as you know, you probably know, is when you get into the onto the stage, or you know what I mean, you always play it faster anyway.
Yeah, you do. Do you do that? Do you do that? Yeah. We're terrible for it, mate.
I'll start songs that
So
are quite
bad.
vocally like technical, like No Different's a good example.
Yeah.
Of that,
I'm just looking at you like
there's a lot of vocals, and I've started it. And it's like,
It started now, mate.
or you think there's a little scar bit in the middle of wherever you go, and if I've started that song a bit too pacey, then when it comes to that, you're like,
Aye. It's like disco ska.
Proper. I've often thought, get some in-ears and stick a bloody metronome in there, and that, just to give me some clicks at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just pop, 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 sweet, pop. Let's go.
The last time we played Wherever You Go, actually, the tempo was lovely.
Yeah, we need to. That's a really
the
nice
tempo was
slow
really,
pace.
really nice, and I was like, this song's actually really easy to play when I play it like the speed of the
normal
album,
speed. Yeah.
without getting all jazzed.
Yeah. Do you find like you get like that adrenal on stage, and it's just suddenly like,
Oh, defo.
let's go.
I mean, you play some gigs where it's just like, even, well, like, solo wise, I'll talk about that later, but like with the band, if you're going into like just a little pub that want it, and then you turn up and it's like not the crowd you really want in there, and you just play a chilled set and everything's fine, but then like, sometimes you can get on a stage where you're headlining and then play it perfectly, but the next time you might be like, boom, like let's fucking go. Like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter whether it's like me or Darren, because we both like start some songs ourselves, you know what I mean? But even Darren, like, he's he can get carried away as well, you know what I mean? Like, but it's one of them. You just got to go with it when you're playing it. There is one song though. Well, actually two off my first album, I Was Young and Loaded Gun. And to be honest with you, I don't know why they are so slow on the album, because at the time I was like thinking they were like a good speed, but like we never play them at that speed anymore. It's always at least, I don't know how many BPM faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I start Loaded Gun like a big fucking rockin' like Hendrix solo kind of thing, and then I like 20 bars in or something, and I'm like, fuck, this is fast. I'm like looking around, giving them the eyes, going, oh my god.
Sorry guys, how do I slow this down now?
Everyone else is loving it, but you could just feel your body tensing up, going, I don't know, I'm good. Like if you start moving on really quick on the drums,
that's actually a really.
And I've got the little slide guitar finger picky thing, and it's just like it's you can mess it all up within, but you almost commit, don't you? The first 4 bars, right?
Well,
we're in this together.
If I do that fast, then I look round at Darren saying sorry, because it's like a funk blues, so he's good. You know what I mean? And he's like, his hi-hat hands just like, he's like, oh, I hate you right now. Like. And then I do like this, like, sometimes 5-minute Hendrix solo over it.
Brilliant. And he's just screaming in the background like, what are you doing?
I'm getting tired now. Just finish it. Just finish it.
Like, stop. You're in it. Just,
I've played songs so fast in the past where I've had to like completely reinvent the drum beat. It's just like, right, can't do that. I'm going to have to try this instead.
Half time it. And
that's maybe what we should do. We should normalise stopping a song within the first 20 seconds. When everyone started dancing.
Yeah, just go, sorry about that.
Just go, sorry,
we're going to stop you right there.
We're starting again, because I can't play Didgeridoo that quick.
That actually happened. That's actually happened to us a few times.
I think it's like an unwritten thing though, isn't it? Like no one speaks about it, and because everyone just keeps going, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then if someone does stop, the crowd are like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not well rehearsed or like.
I think it's about how you stop
want.
though. It's about how you stop. If you make a joke of it, like I think everyone loves that.
Yeah, that's what we do, innit? We just laugh and joke whenever we make a mistake. It's like we're human.
Absolutely.
You know, let's just laugh about it.
Yeah,
You know, people love that.
I've over the years learned to love the mistakes. Obviously, I'm doing loads of like technical solos and stuff, and like I'm missing notes from here and there, and I sort of when I was busking, and I would be at first, because I wanted to get better. That's why I was playing so much on the street, and I would be like, I could have got that better, but now I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's
man.
I always remember one thing that Johnny told me at first. Dr. Funk out there,
Yeah, what a legend.
Because I wasn't the musician, you know what I mean, at first. He just asked me to be the singer in his band in school. And so I would watching some of the lads play back in the day, I was like, wow, they're shit hot, you know what I mean? I want to play guitar like that. And then we'd be playing, me and Johnny, in his garage or whatever, and I'd be stopping. You know what I mean? I'd stop a song if I made a mistake, and he's like, don't stop, dude. Just keep going. You know what I mean? And it's always stuck with us, you know?
I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was just literally about to ask what your journey with music, is. What got you on
from
that?
day one.
Yeah, what got you there? What inspired you?
I think
other musicians, etc.
My family, my dad and my mum were into music, you know. My dad mostly, because he's got a wall full of records, would listening to music everywhere we went in the car, which he still does, you know what I mean. And it was quite an array of music, you know. He loves David Bowie, the Stones, the Faces, and all of that kind of stuff. But then it could go to Zeppelin. It could go to punk, because there was a big punk scene in Sunderland back in the day. Loads of different styles, really. You know what I mean? And there's always been something I'd pick out and put a record on since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Going in the car, he'd have, when them disc changes came in the car back in the day. He'd have one of them, and me and my sister were allowed one CD each,
Nice.
And then he'd have the other 8. You know what I mean?
What was your CD?
Well,
Spice Girls.
That's what I was going to say. I literally,
it's obviously not anything to do with the music I do, but it's punk, and I always remember this one CD, Sham 69,
right?
And I can't remember what CD it was now, but that was one of my favourite ones when I was a kid. There was a few, mate, but the first actual CD that I bought was Al Jolson. You heard of Al Jolson? No. He was the most highest paid white singer in the 40s, right. And he did blackface and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's music was swing jazz, and he was singer of a big band, and his whistle is the most amazing whistle I've ever heard. And he's doing whistle solos a bird, mate. It was it's fucking class.
I have to check this guy out.
Yeah, you should, mate. Yeah. This song, there's a rainbow round my shoulder with a sky of blue above. You know, it's fucking brilliant.
Tasty bit of reverb.
But literally, that was the first CD I ever bought. And I loved that. And essentially, when I say Johnny asked us to be the singer, they were playing with his cousin Paul, who was guitaring, and he was 12, playing fucking Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and shit like that, really well, you know. And I was fucking hell, he's good, you know what I mean. There was another lad playing guitar, Sean, and Jake Landers playing the drums, you know.
Yeah.
And so we played, jam sessions and whatever else back in the day, but we'd be just jamming every night in the garage. And then went to music college, and I did music college as a singer. I did Fly Me to the Moon to get in as my audition, and so I went in as a singer, but I always like took a guitar, so I'd like be just playing and jamming like every day with people who were like in my year and that. And then I completed that, and then essentially moved 1 year after finishing college. And in that little space of time, like I would be going to visit some of my friends who went to like Leeds and Sheffield for uni, and me and John Smith, the harmonica player from Big Sets, would be just busking on the street, and would essentially, right, on a Wednesday, you get a megabus for a £5.
Back in there, lad.
You know? And so we'd go from Sunderland to Leeds or Sunderland to Sheffield for a £5, and we'd stay for free. We'd make our money, you know, get
That's
the beers and the whatever else, the food and that. And then the next Wednesday, we'd just come back home for a £5 again.
We should start doing that again.
You know what I mean?
You hate the megabus.
I do. I can't stand it.
Really? I quite like a coach.
It's not too bad though. I mean, like, what was that? Where Leeds to Sheffield, did you say?
Yeah, so it was only a couple of hours,
It's not
that
too
one.
bad. Anywhere in Cornwall, you're going to be talking 4 hours
Leeds.
to get anywhere
Yeah.
in Cornwall.
Well, I did go from London to Croatia on a coach.
Yeah.
And I've been all around France and Spain on coaches as well. Like, yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, just I
We've done a
always
fair
liked it
few.
because you just sit there, check out the land. You know what I mean? Drive through the country, sit there, have a chill, and just like
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like fucking chill out.
Rob can't deal with
I
that.
can't deal with them. I don't mind it too much if I'm sat right at the front with the feet up, big massive window. It's not too bad, but when you're doing it like back to back, day after day,
Yeah,
it starts to get a bit too much.
yeah,
If I ever end up on a tour bus, I'm having a treadmill installed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to feel like I'm running 1,000 miles an hour.
yeah, yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, that's the dream, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, a tour bus would be the one.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, mate.
Yeah.
So you in your when was this then? Was this in your 20s, teens?
No,
You
yes,
were
I was.
going
So
to
I was
busking.
18 there. This is
Right,
where
yeah.
I'm up to. I was 18.
We need a little timeline along the bottom.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
So 14, I started playing guitar. Did
Yeah.
all of that stuff until 18, until nearly being 19, and then I moved to Cornwall,
Yeah.
which was 2011 for uni. Doing a music course at Truro College. Should I shout out that? Because I didn't last long, right? Oh, sorry guys.
No edits on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't last long. Like, to be honest with you, it wasn't a great bus journey there. An hour and a half from Newquay, you know what I mean? Like fucking 6:30 in the morning or whatever. And then so, yeah, we'd had this cash injection student loan. And so I bought myself a busking amp and just started playing on the street, like, and
Right.
it was me and Johnny at first. And we just started busking, and we went to a open mic night at Walkabout. The first week we were down, and there was this big drummer lad called Rich. God bless his soul, because he's passed away now. Wasn't like that much older than us, but he was shit hot on the drums. Like he was brilliant, and so like to move down and to find like a shit hot drummer, we could just get on a stage and play like fucking Hendrix with him, and no problem. You know what I mean? What I mean? Like he's doing these fills, and we're just looking around going, "Oh, we've got a trio like here. It's on now." You know what I mean?
Nice.
The next day, on that night we were offered a gig at Belushi's the next day. We're like, well, this is working, like, But like, the other lads, Jake and John, I can't remember which one moved first, but they moved down. I think John moved down 2 years later, and Jake moved down 1 year later. So then, when they were both down, we finally had the band, and we were thinking about like band names, and we were talking about how, you know, live in Cornwall, blah blah blah. And then I was like, right, well, you know, like we're talking about how to name a band, like the Waves. There was I can't remember what, there was this band called Current Swell.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what about the Big Sets? You know what I mean? Like,
great name.
and then so like obviously the Big Sets went on for another 10 years, and we would still busking at the start, and we started playing at Ohana back in the day.
Oh,
and then, You remember that?
Classic,
Yeah, and that was a great gig. You know, all the young people would come, and like,
it's
you know,
cracking,
like
man.
having like fucking hell, like, you know, 19, 20-year-olds or whatever coming to like dance to the blues, and that was great. You know what I mean? Like there was some old boys there, but the majority of people were young. Like, you know what I mean? And then it went from place to place in Newquay because none of us could drive, you know what I mean? And so we're like carrying our shit down or pushing it on like skateboards and that. And then like we just sort of went from there. Like by this point Rich moved on. We had another drummer, and then that drummer moved on. Then we found Darren, which was 10 years ago now. And stuck with us ever since. Like, you know, we had Pete from Plymouth, so he would do some Plymouth gigs or whatever, and then Darren would do like the Cornwall gigs. And then we sort of played our, you know, gigs around Cornwall. We were like headlining the like local stage at Boardmasters, and we did like all the main stages and all of that stuff, and then sort of got to a point where we wanted a bit more. We thought we deserved a bit more, you know what I mean? We'd done a lot of effort and that, and so we applied for this festival, like a battle of the bands pretty much in France, and then we ended up winning that, which then gave us like a tour in France. Nice. It was like a European blues competition. It was like bands from all over Europe. And then, they were just like, and the winner is the Big Sets. And we're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So then the year later, we were just toured France, and we went back to that stage, headlined that stage at that festival. And it was probably the most people I've ever played to. At Rendezvous de l'Ad in Nantes. And it was like fucking amazing, like just like people for as far as you could see. It was like in the city, so it was just like, it wasn't like, you know what I mean, like it wasn't like that. It was just like a sort of long ass street, and it was amazing. Like, and then we thought it was going to sort of keep going, and then it never really did. Like, so I sort of was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to Europe, like, and just started busking. I started in Granada, up to Madrid, Barcelona, and Paris. Well, like the year before, actually, I skipped a bit, is when we were doing that tour. We also obviously had our busking stuff, so then we'd just be like busking every day, and we must have spent like a month out there or 6 weeks or something, just living, busking, finding places to stay and whatever. Like, so the band were at the start, and then it ended up like a couple of lads peeled off, and then me and Johnny just spent some time down like Biarritz, Hossegor and all of that, and then went back up to Paris for our last gig. And then I've got a friend in Paris who I stayed on his sofa, so then I ended up staying there for a while. And then so the year later, when I was travelling, I got back up to Paris, and I ended up staying there another while. Like, I feel like I know the place well, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was always good to us. Barcelona was really good to us, and Madrid was good to us when I went travelling when I was 21 for a couple of months, but this time there's loads of police everywhere, so I just couldn't do it, like, you know. But
how many times do you reckon you've been stopped busking by police?
Too many to count, like And then like, you know, in England, I could sort of fight my case in English.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, you go
Out
you
there,
go
yeah.
France
Really
and
strict, aren't they?
Spain, and then like, I'm having to do it all in their languages as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
we were
Like,
in.
it's impossible,
where were
isn't
we
it?
were
Yeah.
in Austria, and we were trying to get the megabus sort of thing. What was it? The Flix bus.
Yeah.
Back to the airport, and the guy was like, he wouldn't let us take our gear on, and it was like we had the tickets so that we could.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was happy to just leave us dumped at the side of the road. It was
But I don't know how we managed. We had to get a German guy.
There was
didn't we?
thankfully a German guy there that could speak English,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
he was
like
happy to
fought our
translate.
case for us. But yeah,
Wow.
that was
Can't believe you had all the
touchy.
documents. You actually bought more,
like, I've-
more kilograms of weight,
Yeah, just in case.
just in case. And we so what we were putting on was
He
way
was
less.
like, no, there's no space. And
Yeah,
it's like,
but-
there has to be space, pal.
Yeah.
It's such a shame with busking because, like, I think busking's like the ultimate way of musicians being able to perform, being able to like get their music out there. And think about the number of famous artists now that
Yeah.
started out
On the
as
street, yeah.
either started out on the street
Yeah.
or were spotted on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like it's a great way of getting your music out there, and I think it's like one of the most ancient art forms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actual street performing.
Definitely.
You know, we've been going
Most
back
definitely.
for thousands and thousands and
Yeah.
thousands of years, you know, and now it's becoming harder and harder. I looked into it not so long back, and it's just you need one law. There's one law after another, you know, saying you need a license to be able to pedal your music, you need a
Yeah.
license to be able to sell your CDs, you need a license to be able to do this, and you can only be there for half an hour
Oh, yeah.
on
Yeah,
one
before
spot. It's like,
moving
oh well,
on,
by
yeah.
the time I've set up
Exactly.
and started to make any remote bit of noise,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm getting moved on.
The
So-
classic was where we used to busk in York. I think because we'd pay obviously to drive there from Leeds Wakefield area,
Yeah.
and we'd go to busk, but we'd pay 10 quid to park, and then it was like £38 for a license to
Yeah.
sell CDs,
No way.
and then a bit. So when you added it up, before we'd even made any money, we'd
Yeah.
spent about 50 quid.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just sort of hope for a good day. And
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
good days
Were
were
amazing.
good days.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, then other days, you just, like, within about 5 minutes, a policeman would rock up
Yeah.
and be like, you know,
Yeah.
someone in that building's complained. And it's like, what, one person out of the 1,000 people
Yeah.
that have loved what we've been doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're only here for like what, an hour, and we won't come back for another 6 months.
And then it's all weather dependent as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Oh, the amount of times that's happened.
They're
Yeah.
set up and it
Yeah.
pisses it
Yeah.
down. You're like,
Yeah,
you've
you
got,
know it.
You've got to become like what do you call them? The guys that do the weather. I can't remember what their actual
Weatherman?
title is. Well, yes, but you know,
Weather guy.
meteorologist.
Meteorologist,
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to take a bloody gazebo with you and everything these
you
days.
sort of get there, you're like,
I actually have a song. It's not on the album. It's not, it didn't quite make the cut. Called The Weatherman,
Nice.
and it said like 100% chance of rain. You know, so I stayed in all day. It didn't fucking rain. Like, you know, I was just like writing this song like a letter to the weatherman. Like, yeah.
You have no idea how much money you've cost me today. you little bastard.
Literally.
It's funny actually because I see little clips of Dr. Funk busking out in California, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
something
it's
like
awesome.
320 days of sunshine out there. You know, you could sort of say to all your mates, in 3 weeks' time we're gonna have a barbecue, and it's like, you know, it's on.
Yeah.
The chances of it not being on is
Exactly. It's just
Slim.
so.
It's crazy, and it's especially in Cornwall as well, because if it's not raining, it's just sideways. It's
Windy.
just wind, like
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah, it really is. Like,
So we all need to
Where's
go-
your
move to Cali
favorite?
then,
Where's
don't
your favorite place? What was that?
we? We all need to go to Cali then,
Yeah.
don't we?
Let's move out
Let's
to
go,
California.
let's go say hello to Dr. Funk.
Let's
Oh,
let's take it on the road. On the road.
world tour.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place to busk? Out of everywhere that you've busked, where was the number one?
Well, like, I mean, Newquay,
Nice. I like that. Home
you
turf.
know,
Love it.
Bank Street,
Yeah, dude.
Bank Street Blues.
Bank Street Blues.
And then Barcelona. But then, like, I was right on the beach in Barcelona. Can't remember what you call it. Platja Barceloneta, it's called. If I've pronounced Platja
You've
right.
definitely pronounced that wrong, man. With your Sunderland accent.
And then, to be honest with you, the very last day I was in Paris, I went to the Sacré-Cœur. And for some reason, I hadn't tried it out. But I went up there, and there was a fucking massive queue, all people waiting to go in the Sacré-Cœur. And like from just in front of the Sacré Coeur, you can see the whole of Paris. It's like right up the top of Montmartre, and you can see the whole of Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower and all of that. And so what I do, and what I've always done is like have you back to the view, you know?
Yeah.
And so ended up having this massive crowd. I only played there for about 45 minutes, but I must have made about €250 or something in like that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a money maker there, like. But I mean, I always loved Busking and Newquay. Apart from the one time that, sorry about this as well.
Oh, here we go.
Apart from the one time that this community support officer came up to us and she was like, "Can you not get a real job?" And then I stood up. I stood up and I was like,
my blood just boiled.
Get a real job. And literally like this, the street stopped and everyone was on my side. You know, it was like a scene in the movie, right? And I went at her, like, not physically.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I don't ask no one for nothing. I come down here, I play music, people pay me because they enjoy it. If they don't, I don't ask them for nothing. All I do is doing what people do all around the world, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And then I got a clap and I was stood in the street going right in front of my face.
Fight the power.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think that.
She walked off.
Yeah, two actually did.
Yeah,
And
good.
when she saw us after that, she would just be like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's miserable in her real job.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
Yeah. While you're there having a load of fun.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely respect the police, like, you know what I mean? But, like, it's just like, for anyone to say that, you would not expect someone like that
No,
to say
no.
it. Which,
And
I've heard it plenty of times
I mean,
by other people, but that was the one that was like, now you're going to have to get some of my wrath, like...
Come on. I love it.
Seaborn wrath. Shit.
Yeah, it just came out.
I was just like the entire time you've been talking about your journey through it. I've literally been sat here going, another guy that's literally just been grafting his arse off to get to where you are now, you know, and still continuing to graft. You know, you got a family, 2 kids, you know, and it's like people don't realize, like, just when you're talking about the journey of music, people just see you performing on the street and they're like, oh, he's not doing it, oh, that's not a real job. What they don't see is the hours of bus journey you've just had to do to get there. You know, the scraping around trying to find a spot and then having to deal with police officers or arseholes on the street, drunkards and all sorts of stuff. Having to carry all your gear, thousands of pounds worth of gear that you've had to fork out over the years to get.
Yeah,
you know, people see the gear that we've got and they're like, oh, you know, I wish I had all that. And it's like, yeah, I've been collecting it since I was 8.
It's like 20 odd years. There's 20 odd years of gear.
Yeah, 20 odd plus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy, you know.
Well, that's it. I mean...
Yeah, I just all the respect just listening to your stories, just like fucking what a legend. Yeah, another man working hard.
Yeah.
I think
People don't realise.
Like you put in the effort, and you know, I still don't think that I'm really like. I sometimes like put myself down a little bit. Let's say, thinking like, you know, he's still not nowhere. You know what I mean? But I am, as you say, looking after the family and blah blah blah. Like it's like. You know, like, you always hear back in the day, like, oh, you're never gonna, you know, be able to get a house. You're never gonna be able to look after the kids, and like, it's I've made it into a business now where I'm gigging in solo in pubs and whatever, and then doing the band, trying to get the band bigger things and stuff like that. And so obviously, from the moment that we decided that we were gonna try and get a new house because our old house was too small, it was like, right, it's gonna have to be like a 3-4 year plan because every single bit of money's got to go in the bank to prove to the mortgage companies and all of that stuff that you can afford it. And then it's finally at that point now, you know what I mean? And like now I'm just sort of focusing again on trying to build my profile again, higher and higher, because you know, like I talk about so much the big sets, but then like now it's C-bone, you know what I mean? It's C-bone, let's say.
You were telling me about the problem with that. Tell the audience.
Because essentially I'm really fucking northern. Like, you know what I mean?
No shit. No kidding.
You did not notice.
And you know, living in the southwest, and I say like, oh, I'm Seaborn, and they're like, oh, what, Seaborn?
Yeah.
Seaborn? And I'm like, no, Seaborn. Seabone. You know what I mean? My name's Chris C, not SEA, because we live near the sea. It's C Bone. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I you know, didn't really think about that when I made the name.
Yeah.
But, you know, now it's like stuck, and I've got 2 albums out and whatever else. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking
I
hell.
love that. That's brilliant.
But as I say, you know, it's like, it's Seaborn now. It's like Seaborn Band. Like, it's all one. It's me, you know what I mean? It's me doing all of everything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the writing, the making the songs, the booking, the, you know, like the Facebook and all of that shit, the emails, the fucking invoices, and like, you try and make it bigger and bigger and bigger as much as you can, you know what I mean? But obviously it is a lot of work, so it's like, you've got to sort of know where your sort of limit is. And luckily, in the first year of Seaborn Band, we were already booked to play in Spain once, you know, and then they liked us so much that we went back there the next year. But like this year, it's been a bit not, you know, any international gigs, but like I've got like some good festivals, and like I'm trying to build up like some theatres and stuff like that.
Nice.
You know, I'm going up Leamington Spa to do a gig, which I did earlier in the year, where it was like a blues night, and then they liked us so much that they wanted us for like a headline thing, and it was sold out within like half a day or something, because they've got such a good following of people going to their gigs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Temperance, shout out. And,
Get Echo Town.
yeah. Mate, they'd have you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're good people, like.
Nice.
And we're doing, you know, the Acorn Theatre, Penzance. I've got my first booking at Lane Theatre this year as well.
I was thinking about trying to get in there.
Yeah, really
That'd
nice,
be an interesting
nice
spot. Have you played there before?
Never played there. I've been to a gig there. It's a nice room.
Yeah.
Is that where, do you have to rent that room? I can't remember. I've spoken to them and I can't
you've got
remember
to just pay them out of the final money,
right.
just
Yeah.
like at the Acorn Theatre. You know,
right.
it's like a 70-30 split, and then whatever else on top.
Yeah.
But hopefully, please, people of Newquay, buy the tickets.
Come out.
When's this? What day? Roughly.
Now you're pressuring us to edit this.
I think it's the 21st of November.
Oh, right.
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
Good,
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
This episode will be out before then, though.
Yeah.
But if it's November, then we're sweet.
So that's
oh no, sorry, not the 21st. It's the 1st. I knew there was a 1 in it.
First.
I knew there was a 1 in it.
And when if you played the Acorn, or you're playing there?
Played there end of last year. Well, sort of end of August, I think.
Great venue.
And now we're playing in September this year.
Did you rip a solo up on the balcony bit? You know, there's steps at the back that go up to the thing
Oh,
above.
the bit? No, I didn't.
I did. See,
Did you?
like when we played that, I just like walked back up there.
It's sketchy as
I
fuck
just-
to get up there.
the like, steps like that.
I just felt like Angus Young up there, mate. But yeah, the
I
steps
bet you
are
were
like
afraid. Like,
I don't give a shit.
stage time.
I thought it'd be entertaining.
yeah.
It was quite sketchy though.
It was really sketchy. You have to come down backwards on those steps.
no health and safety.
Yeah, for sure, mate. For sure. Like, need a harness next time. Like,
Yeah.
a little pulley rope.
That'd be great. Yeah, the Lane Theatre would be sweet. We should definitely book there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. You know,
I like
feel
the idea of
there-
sat down
there has
audiences though. Like I like that.
Yeah, there's a good crowd there. I think, like, you know, like a lot of the people like go back there. You know what I mean? Like, there seems to be a good amount of like variety there as well. Like, you know, I mean, there's like, you get, you know, like your cover bands or your tribute bands, or like the bands that like put together, let's say, night of 70 sounds, or you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. But obviously, as an original artist, like, and from Newquay, I felt like that is the spot that I need to be playing. You know what I mean? Like, there's a guy who plays the blues there already, and his name's evading my mind at the moment, but he's like touring all around Europe and stuff like that, but like he's playing his own shit, you know what I mean? And he's like doing pretty much the same as me, you know, a trio and just playing the blues, like, you know what I mean? But he writes the songs kind of thing. And so yeah, I'm just hoping that it all goes well. I mean, like, the amount of years we've been in Newquay, you'd hope that like there's a fair amount of people who want to
show out,
buy a ticket, like, you know, and but that is the issue with living in Newquay, because there's not many places, well, nowhere sells tickets if it's not a festival, other than Lane Theatre. And then, you know, I guess you get like your real music fans who want to pay, you know what I mean? Unless it leads back to the people don't want to buy merch in them, you know, local kind of gigs because they get in for free and blah blah, you know, like they're just used to watching a band on a Friday night and they think like, oh, they're a cover band or they're a band and they've got another job or whatever, but like really, like, this is my only thing, you know what I mean? So it's like, if I could be selling loads of merch at every single gig, that would be like, it would be able to make us put money back into the band and you know, do more videos and content, like you were saying earlier. It's all content game, isn't it? And so it's like, it's tough, like, you know what I mean? But just gotta keep.
What are your thoughts on the cover band thing? Because I feel like in the last couple of years it's just exploded. No. There's just been tons of them.
Yeah.
And I have a bit of a struggle with it, if I'm honest.
I feel like, you know,
because they make a lot of money, man.
I know, and they're all copying bands who like used to go out, let's say the 60s or the 70s, playing original music, where people would go out to see original music and then they'd get a following, you know what I mean? So why is that fucking stopped?
Why is that stopped?
You know what I mean? I don't understand it. Like, but then, as you guys know as well, like, if you're putting out good music, you can make a whole room dance to your music.
Yeah, you
can sing back to your songs and all of that, which, like, you know, even just Saturday night gone, like, proved, like, you know, with the band, like, everyone's singing back, the whole crowd was going, and great night. You know what I mean? But it's just hard to, I don't know, when you haven't got someone behind you or whatever, money behind you, hard to get yourself noticed or, like, picked up by agents and managers and stuff like that. I messaged you about the agent thing. You know what I mean? Like, the dream is to get a booking agent, be traveling Europe. Like, if I was doing, you know, like, let's say, I'd be happy, right, with, you know, 2 20-date tours a year or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, one in Europe, one in the UK, and then just play some little venues here and there and or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, on solo gigs, you know what I mean? And then that's like the absolute dream, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking to become, you know, the biggest star in the world, but like, I want to still keep seeing progression, like, you know what I mean?
Something consistent, and like, it is tricky when you start having to travel out just to individual gigs and back, because that's what we do a lot of. And it's been a while since we've done a tour where you do a whole bunch of gigs one after the other, and that's so much easier because then all your gear's set up and in the car. You know, you get your sound locked in, everything. You get tight after about 5 or 6 gigs in a row. You're like, the jams are just 20 times better, and you're just like, it gets. But driving out and driving back from gigs, it gets quite tiresome. And that's why bands do it, so that they could just be on the road and just smash a load out and then and then have a chilled out period.
I think for sure. I think when we were doing a lot of touring back in 2018, 2019, well, 17, 18 and 19, we were doing that much, it became very fatiguing, like, and we weren't in the best place. You know, people who watch this podcast probably know quite a bit about, you know, what's gone on, different problems and things like that. But now that I feel like I'm in the best place that I've ever been in my life, you know, more settled and ready in myself. I feel like I'm ready to start doing that again.
Yeah.
But I'm actually able to keep control over it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of going absolutely AWOL.
Yeah. On the first night.
Yeah.
Fucks you for the rest of the tour.
Great. Why did I do that?
Yeah. Say happens to everyone though, you know, first night of a holiday, get fucked.
Yeah.
First night of a festival, get fucked. It might be just English.
I think it is.
I think a lot of
But
it's
you go do, you probably experience this yourself, but you go do gigs abroad and festivals abroad, and it's like, you know, the festivals a lot in Europe are held in the city. The whole city is a festival, turned into a festival.
Absolutely.
And they're up until 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m. You know, bunch of festivals we've been to where it's still going at 5 a.m. in the morning in the city, loud as fuck.
Mad, like, innit?
But there's like 1 or 2 people that are stumbling around.
barely any police.
And they're probably British.
Yeah.
You know, but in general, it's clean, it's tidy. I think the UK has a massive drink culture.
Yeah.
You know,
Try and do a street festival in Sunderland.
Can you imagine doing that?
Or in Manchester or
in
Leeds.
Centre of Leeds.
It's like, we'll close Leeds down and just...
The whole place there'd be complaints.
By about 7 p.m, there'd be smashed windows and all sorts.
Oh my god, it would be wild. Like,
chaos.
It would be wild.
We played a few. The one in Hungary was excellent.
That was phenomenal. That one.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Utkazine, something
like that.
Yeah. But that was crazy.
It's hard to remember though, because obviously it's always like weird names or something like that.
And it's also hard to remember because I was shit-faced smashing windows.
Yeah. That's it, like, you know.
Hey, glad.
I saw you last night. Did you?
No.
That was not me, mate.
Can't remember it.
Well, I will tell you a story about.
I like a story.
Oh, I love a story.
France, right? We went back after we won the competition. We went back and played the first festival, and then me and the lads were like going down the coast. We'd planned on going down the coast because after the first festival, Band of Blues, brilliant blues festival in like a hall, we needed a place to stay. They'd said that they were going to sort us out, you know. Ended up staying in the loft of this random guy's house, and like we were like, what the fuck is going on here? We hope we're not going to get locked up here, like, you know what I mean? And then the next day someone else came, picked us up, took us on, and then we got dropped off somewhere so we get a bus, and we went to Bordeaux, and we were playing on the like harbour side or whatever, really, like Busking. And then we went into town, we met some like bar owners, and we were like, we're here for a couple of days, you know, can we do some gigs, you know what I mean? And so we found a couple of spots, an Irish bar and then one place over the road that wanted us, and we played this night anyway, like the drinks were flowing and all of that, and because I knew a bit of French, I was like talking to the locals and stuff like that. But like, especially when I had a few beers, like I was like thinking I was like fluent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because you say things in a French accent doesn't mean you're speaking French.
And
we've tried that.
Yeah. And we ended up going to this club, and I think the lads went back to the hotel, and I was walking back like it was light. You know what I mean? I'd went to a house party with these French people, and then walked back, and I got back to the hotel room. I thought I'd went to bed, and woke up in the morning. Chris, what have you done? And John Smith had pissed in his suitcase, and this was like in the morning, right? And they were like, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and they were like, we've got to go, mate. And I was like, right, no worries. I went back to sleep. But like, I didn't really understand my surroundings at this time when I was saying sorry to John. They left the room. And then like, I don't know, however long later, we're coming in. It was like the managers and all that. And I was asleep on the floor. ripped the curtain off the curtain rail, and I was asleep in the curtain on the floor, and I was like, oh my God, this is a night to forget. But obviously it's still in my memory, like, oh, you can't forget that shit. Stupid bastard, like. And those are the nights you think, you
you
never
don't
drink it again.
I've got,
you don't find duvets hung on the wall generally.
Yeah, literally, like.
Yeah, I've got a few of those.
You know, that's like the English in me. You know what I mean? And it is hard to say no sometimes, you know what I mean? But I do have a bit more of a handle on it these days, you know what I mean? Like,
Family man now.
Yeah, you got to be somewhat respectable, don't you?
Somewhat. Just a little bit.
Well, you know, I mean, with my music as well, like, you know, it's like, especially nowadays, like it's like I'm a rock and roll band, you know what I mean? Like, I play like blues and rock and roll and stuff like that. Life for a lot of like the idols you look at has been rock and roll, and you want that rock and roll lifestyle, you know, in your 20s and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's go as hard as we can, like we're killing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these days, it's not really very rock and roll, like, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be very
there's
good.
There's like
and you've got, you know, anyway, like speaking to people, speaking to whoever or whatever, you know what I mean? You've got to sort of have a handle on that rock and roll as well, like, you know what I mean? You can't be like too wild. You can't say anything too wild.
Yeah.
You've got to sort of, and like what, like, you know, even like the things that I say or the things that I write about, it's all very tongue in cheek, you know what I mean? So it's like, you got to be tongue in cheek and not go too far over that line to be as rock and roll as you can be without being too wild, I guess. Like, you know what I mean?
I think there's also the issue that all the bands from years ago that were rock and roll doing the drugs and the drink and throwing TVs out of windows. These were all guys that had a label that was sort of doing all the admin stuff in the background. So all they had to do was focus on playing music and having a blast.
Exactly.
And there's a point in life, I think, as you get older, where you sort of go, actually, I can't be just getting shit faced all the time.
No.
Because I've got to, if I want this to be something, I'm managing it myself, or like as a band, you're managing it or whatever, and you've got to.
You got to have a.
I'm a rock and roll musician, but I'm also a businessman. Like it's a strange, weird balance.
It's weird. The industry's completely changed, but I definitely think that it was also very brand new back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, like all these new styles of music being performed, doing incredible jams and all this sort of stuff, and that lifestyle was very much brand new. So then it was glamorized. That, you know, these are the famous rock stars performing brand new music, and look, they all get absolutely shit-faced and throwing TVs out the window and messing up hotel rooms and this, that and the other. And then it was only kind of like, then the youth kind of like started to copy that because they thought, oh, this is how I'm going to have a blast in my life, and this is how I'm going to get famous because, you know, these guys got in a newsletter or on the TV because they did this to a hotel room or whatever.
It was all about like the news or books or magazines.
Now people are like, that's childish.
Yeah.
If I see someone smash up a guitar,
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're a prick.
Yeah, like, come on, mate. Like, first of all, that's old school.
Yeah.
Like, that's been done. But that's like a $2,000 guitar being smashed on a stage when there's a kid in the audience. Like, there's a dude in the audience with a family and kids that would absolutely fucking die for that guitar. And make money from it as well. You know what I mean?
We were at Glastonbury and we'd played there, and then Muse were headlining that night on the main stage, so we went to go see him. And after the first song, Matt smashed his guitar. After the first song, I think something must have been just irritating him, but like he went to town on this guitar, didn't he? And me and Rob were just like, yeah, fuck that. And we just went and watched something else. I was like, I'm not standing here watching some guy smash up a ridiculously expensive guitar.
Jesus.
It's like watching a man beat up a woman.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's not gonna happen.
Just like,
come on.
It's a lot, isn't it? It's like it shows how much money people have. You know what I mean?
Would you smash a guitar, Chris, if you had loads of money?
Nah.
Good lad.
I think it for
I
me,
like chucking my guitar about sometimes, you know what I mean? But like I always pretty much make sure it's not going to smash. Like, you know what I mean?
There's like in Indian music, I forget the chap's name, but he's like a tabla player, and he's like the absolute traditional tabla playing.
Yeah.
And they would always teach that you have absolute respect for your instrument. It's like you do not treat the instrument with any disrespect at all.
Don't even step over it.
Don't step over it. You don't put it on the floor. It's to be elevated.
Yeah.
You know, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, that's because music to them is spiritual. It's a connection to themselves and to their audience as well, you know? And they literally take it so seriously. You know, the schools out there are phenomenal for music. And I've got that sort of level of respect, really. Well, probably not that to that level, but that sort of level of respect for an instrument, and then just the way that you carry yourself on stage as well. You know, if I'm singing about, or if I'm performing to a song that my brother's singing about, you know, behaving a certain way, if I'm not behaving in that way that we're singing about, then I'm being hypocritical. Or something like that. So. Yeah, I mean that's what our music's kind of like more about. But
I've got a good guitar throwing story.
Yeah, really.
So when we used to jam up in the attic in our parents' house, we jam up in the attic, and there was a couch in there, and we used to just jam those Nirvana songs back in the day. So we'd be playing Nirvana songs, and at the end of the set that we'd do, I'd just take the guitar off, launch it across the room onto this couch, so it sort of felt like you were sort of smashing it or whatever, but I'm like, you know, I'm 14, 15, 16, whatever, just throw the guitar, and then my folks bought me that guitar there, the purple one, when I was, I don't know, 16, and so I've had that 22 years now, and there's a chip on the back of it, because like, we'd finished jamming and it was like the same sort of thing. Just whip the guitar off, launch it across the room. I threw it so it would sort of land flat on the couch, but it went at a bit of an angle like that. And the headstock dug into the couch and it sprung back and hit the chest of drawers. No. Did a big chip out of the back. I'd had it about, I don't know, a week. Not even a week, man. And a big chip out of the back. And I was like, I'm never throwing a guitar. Never.
Absolutely devastated.
I've actually got a technique with my guitar. I like... put the guitar down like that. I chuck it. I use my foot to catch the neck.
Nice.
You know? And then it's on the ground, and then I just go like, bit of that, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's good. Yeah, just say, you know, the gig's over, guys. You know what I mean? Like,
I might have to do that.
You got to have that little bit of attitude, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though.
Just like, fucking get
love it.
I'll tell you what, if you do want to smash a guitar, just fly with Ryanair back from Italy. They'll see to that. We came back from Italy and they smashed my guitar to bits, mate. Smithereens.
That's so common now, isn't it?
Smithereens.
So common.
Luckily, the 2 times when I put it in the hold, it's been all right. But
get a hard case.
Generally, I buy extra seat.
Yeah.
You know, and like luckily with Ryanair, it's generally, you know.
That's a pretty good idea. Buy an extra seat. That's
I might get a guitar case that holds 2 guitars and they'll extra seat it.
That is the good shout,
What's my kit?
Sorry, dude.
Just talking about respect.
My kit? That's where those dints have come from. Right.
Oh, brutal.
That's a beauty, isn't it?
That is.
And I've got
awful.
So like this.
that guitar I've been on tour with is everywhere.
Cost me 1,500 quid this guitar as well. And I think it was and my mate Ash that did my tattoos, he wood burned all this.
Mm-hmm. Can
Luther
not?
No, I've got in touch with like the best of the best, and they're like, yeah, it's just salvage it for parts.
Oh, really?
So it's I might whip the pickup out of it, but yeah.
Could they not just like, you know, chop that part off and add another one on or something?
I'll just have it as a massive piece of memorabilia.
Yeah.
That's gonna get hung up in your mansion one day.
Yeah, true.
Let's do that instead of the boom. Nice. That could be there for the rest of the podcast now. Dan Electro.
She's a beauty, like.
The Dan Electro, yeah. Yeah, that's just. I always wanted a Dan Electro from seeing Zeppelin years ago. Obviously, not seeing Zeppelin.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching those old videos.
Yeah, he's a killer. He's a killer.
Favorite guitarist, Seaborn.
Well, obviously, call myself Seaborn after T-Bone Walker.
Yeah.
Love him. Like, can't get his CD out my CD player. Like, you know what I mean, in the van. But it was like Hendrix at first, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And then, yeah, I mean, you know, there's just too many to mention, really. But, like, Call Me Son after Buddy Guy, like, you know. Obviously, B.B. King's up there. And it's hard because there's just so many of them. You know what I mean? With the blues, it's like, you know, there's like so many of them. And it's like, a lot of them have like just very different styles, or they're very similar to each other, but like just play things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
There is a guy who passed away, who maybe's, I don't know how old he would be now, but Sean Costello. He absolutely loved Sean Costello. He was a brilliant guitarist, and he had like, I can't remember what the thing's called with he had like something wrong in his head, really, like, you know what I mean, and ended up dying like really young because of that, really. But he was a killer. Yeah, I mean, you know, Hendrix is just like the easy one to say, isn't it? But he's just like, he did so much within 3 years, and then just lived on as the best guitarist. Really,
he sort of set the bar was set high pretty early, wasn't
it? Yeah. And so like learning like all of that stuff and trying to play that kind of music for a while was that. And then, I mean, you know, I love listening to jazz and soul and like other stuff like that. So then like you try and pick up like different styles in my playing, you know, like after traveling in Spain, I try to pick up a bit of like that Spanish stuff, and so you'll hear all of that kind of stuff in my music, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you know, I just try and take little bits from anyone I hear. Obviously, with the internet now, you've got fucking anyone in the mar who's better than me on guitar, like, you know what I mean?
You have to try and avoid it sometimes. If you start looking around too much, you can become a bit despondent.
Yeah. And then obviously, I'd love to be able to sit down and set that kind of stuff up for the internet, sort of do like lick a day or you know what I mean, bits and bobs, like. But it's hard, like, because I don't really have a spot to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's half the battle.
Yeah, it's like having everything set up where I can just go, right, sit down, record, go. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm sort of thinking I need, but I just don't really have a spot in my house to do that. You know what I mean?
Come shoot some at AMA if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to put something together.
I mean, I think that'll be a good show.
Lights up, do something.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that would really help, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why we do the podcast, because it's just like, I think one thing that all the musicians are struggling with at the moment is the fact that you have to make content for the internet. Yeah. It's like you're not just playing, because you're a ridiculously good guitar player, mate. I rank you very highly, and it's like the way that you play is just brilliant. But these days, that's not enough to sort of be. You got to have this, and then you can make the best video ever, and then the algorithm don't put you out there, and the internet decides whether you get the views that are required to, I don't know, catapult you into a different level.
Yeah.
It's this weird game that we all have to play where we have to make content.
It's odd,
and that's what we're doing this for, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, this is the idea behind the podcast, is that we put other musicians on to try and help everybody.
Helps us, helps you.
This is what we want, but that's the massive thing with like, even like we was talking about, like when Hendrix was around or Led Zeppelin or anyone like that. The way that they would advertise was by doing gigs. They'd have like a team go out and flyer a city and be like, show at such and such a place.
Yeah.
How easy is that? Let's just send a load of posters out, stick them all over the town, then people were looking for that sort of entertainment, so they'd go and watch and be like, these guys are massive, buy a load of albums, and then word of mouth would spread.
Yeah.
And that's how it was done back then. But now it's like, I don't know, you've got to be an absolute master at social media, and running a website and running design and doing everything yourself. It's
Absolutely.
like it's a completely different game now. And then because it's like you're going to the supermarket for a loaf of bread, right? You're like, I'm gonna go get some bread. I don't eat bread, but I'm using that as an example. Going to the supermarket looking for a loaf of bread, and it's like, well, there's 100 types of loaf of bread.
Yeah.
You know, you can have that seed in it, that type of wheat in it, that's like mix of that and a mix of that, and you know, and it's overwhelming. Like I go into the shops and I'm just like overwhelmed by too much produce.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on with the music industries. You know, you go online on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and you can literally just be like, that's the problem with everything, you know. That's why people are struggling to get girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, because there's so much choice on the market.
Yeah.
You know, you can just go, nope. Oh, they're all right. Nope. Yeah, they're all right. You know what I mean?
God.
It's like, come on, go to the old school way. Go to a bar and meet someone.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what music is about. It's like, go to a bar, go to a venue, listen to someone perform. If you fucking love them and you enjoyed the night, spread the word.
Yeah.
That's all a musician asks. Is like, if you've enjoyed it, you can support them by, even if it's listening to their stuff on Spotify, even though it pays fuck all, at least it's supporting us.
Yeah.
Or share the video that you saw. Yeah. And it's a funny thing, really, because there was this violinist that played in a subway or something, and he was like a famous violinist, and everyone just walking past him.
Yeah.
But then the video of him playing in the subway went viral.
Yeah.
And it's a strange world where you can perform a load, and people won't pay any attention, but then the right video and it's like it blows up.
Yeah.
And it's like a beautiful thing, you know, especially if it happens to your mate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then it's that playing that game and hoping for. I think sometimes you just have to just release all pressure that you put on everything.
Yeah.
And just go, do you know what? If it happens, it happens.
Exactly.
And even then, it's like ultimately, what are we looking for? It's like you said earlier. You said about, you know, you get this thing of like, I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, right? And it's like, wait a minute, I'm fucking everywhere right now. Like, as in like, I've got a beautiful woman. I got my house. I've got my dog. I've got my life. I live in Cornwall. I'm next to the beaches.
Yeah.
I have everything. Like
exactly.
I went to the sauna the other day.
Yeah.
At the gym that I go to, right? And I get it for like $5. All right. So I'm chilling in the sauna with my wife, and I'm sat there kind of like feeling a bit miserable for myself, which happens every now and again, and we all do. But and I'm sat there, and I was like, if I was a multi-millionaire famous musician, I would have my own sauna, except it would be a ball ache, because I'd have to go out there, light the fucking fire, wait for 45 minutes for the thing to heat up. Then I'd have to go out and how often would I actually use it when I can actually just go to my local gym and pay a $5 and there I am having a sauna in an awesome place, and I've got everything. My life would not change if I was a famous multi-millionaire musician. It would not change. Except I'd be able to just step.
There might be more stress.
There might be more stress. Yeah. Financially, I'd be able to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's like, you know, you talk about your family, and it's like, mate, like that ultimately is the whole purpose of life, is to have a family.
Absolutely.
You know.
I mean, it's like you've got to know what makes you rich, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's not necessarily the money, you know what I mean? That's why I say, like, if I could do, you know, a couple of tours a year, and then I'd be happy. You know what I mean? Just a couple of things that I want to do, but also be able to support what I'm living for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's funny, actually, because the more people that we talk to, especially on the podcast, it just seems that none of the musicians are sort of like, they're not striving to headline Glastonbury or be famous or have a song in the charts or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like they're just wanting to make enough money to be able to do music for a living.
Yeah.
Make enough money to feed their family.
Yeah.
And like sell some merch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the amount of years that we've put into music, and then we still have to, like, you know, be plateaued at this certain amount of £1,000 a year.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, some people who go get a job or whatever for 50 grand a year like that, and you're like, fucking hell, like, thinking, should I have done that? You know what I mean? But then, like, a lot of them people would go like, your life is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you're like,
how many of us get to rock out on stage, mate? How many of us get to do that?
Exactly.
And there's a whole bunch of people that are amazing at stuff that never pursued that, and they'll get into their older age and be like, oh, I should have given it a shot, man.
Yeah.
I was good at drawing, I stopped drawing.
Yeah.
I was good at playing piano, and I stopped playing piano. And it's like there's a whole bunch of those people out there.
Yeah.
But at least when we're old men just sort of like clattering about, going, well, at least we rocked that festival in France that time, and we did X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
And we gave it a go, and we without any expectation.
Yeah.
Just for the love of strumming a few chords and bending some strings.
You definitely make some serious memories, because if you're having to, I've done it, and I've done it up until recently, turning up to the same place, working the same stuff day in, day out, I haven't created any memories doing that.
Yeah.
If anything, I've created more frustration and inside myself. And I think, like, humans are really the only species on the planet that are masters at creating. That's what we do. Yeah. We can make and create anything. Like, you look at what people are doing, and you're like, the powers to be superhuman are very real. In whatever endeavor we decide to put ourselves in. Yeah. And I think, like, this is why people end up with, and it's happened to me, in the past, and I still have to battle with this from time to time, is, sinking into a state of depression or anxiety because I'm not creating. And it's like, it's so important to create. Like, and this is a message to anybody that's watching the podcast, that, anything that you can do, whether it's, woodwork or drawing or, music or textiles or, or sports and activity or whatever it is. Yeah. If a person neglects what their soul tells them to do, you lose yourself, you lose your soul. And that's the reason why you're working so fucking hard to keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. Because it is in you. It's your passion. It's your soul. It's who you are.
Absolutely.
And you can't deny that to yourself. And you'll only pass that on to your children. You'll only be like, look, it is possible to do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even in music, like, it's like I've always stuck with being a blues player and stuff like that, like, sort of like what I call, like, guitar music, like, let's say, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to, like, as you said, try and make the pop charts or anything like that, you know what I mean? I want to do what I want to do, and also create, like, opportunities for myself by doing what I want to do, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tough world, isn't it, the music industry? But you've just got to sort of,
that's why you're not in a cover band as well.
Or keep playing, you know what I mean? Like, keep doing what you're doing. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why you're not in a cover band as well, because you're just like, you might throw the odd cover in here and there, but it's like, you're not you could easily be in a cover band. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'd just disintegrate in no time.
I would.
I'd be just like, I can't do this. I've got to write some
like wedding gigs.
Oh, man, I'd
even when we do weddings and birthdays, we play our own stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Same here, mate.
It's like, if you want us to play at your wedding, we're playing our own stuff.
Yeah.
It's the reason why people get us at their weddings and birthdays.
Man. Exactly. It's like, for some people, they do it as a job, and I understand that. You know what I mean? Or maybe even they just like that sort of music, which is fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like, I couldn't, like, play Mr. Brightside for fucking ever or something like that. I mean,
just you saying that, it's stuck in my head already.
Yeah.
Does my head in that song. Every time I hear that song, I just want to blow up the stereo.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you want all these people, let's say, who want all of that stuff to be wanting to listen to original music and make their own decisions on real music that's coming out. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of just because it was in the charts, because, like, whoever's behind them's got fucking millions of quid for marketing and all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is like even as you say about Spotify, you know what I mean? Like even just to fucking get your music heard on that, you've got to pay, like, let's say for one song to get on a potential amount of playlists.
Yeah.
You've got to pay 300 quid just for that promotion.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm never doing that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so long, if I've got someone behind us backing us that's going to be like, you need to do that, we'll put the money in and you'll make money from it, great.
Yeah.
But until then, like, I cannot see myself ever doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a weird game.
That's why
man.
I do keep doing the gigs and just, I say to them, look, if you enjoy my music and you've enjoyed yourself tonight, please do check us out. Come to our gigs, like, check us out on the internet and whatever else, because it's all we can do, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I had enough money to put fucking, well, let's say there's 12 songs on the record, you know what I mean? If you wanted to do like 3 promotion pushes per song, you're looking at fucking 10 grand or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's like a lot of my year's salary, really. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, could not
much.
ever feed my kids with that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the premise of just hoping that something comes from it.
Yeah, and then potentially get a grand back because you've got
I spent
3-4 million streams.
I spent 10 grand and got a grand back. That's how that works.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are correct there.
So weird, man.
It is a weird world.
Don't
but
understand how
sorry, go on.
some people actually do that. You know what I mean? Some small artists actually do that. I have no idea how or why. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, so I do think I'm good. I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? I'm always humble about it. People say, "Oh, you're fucking great, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Cheers, mate." You know what I mean? Like, but like, I do know that I've got something.
Yeah, good.
But like that sort of something should be able to speak for itself a little bit anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, but it, like in this industry, like it's so hard for it to speak for itself. You know what I mean?
It's good though that you've got that perspective on it, because I think you've got to be humble in that you're not going to be like a massive ego about everything, but you also have to be like, oh yeah, no, I am actually good at what I do.
Yeah.
But there has to be that balance. I know we struggled with that for the longest time, where we just sort of, I think we had a chat one time where we were like, we're going to have to actually start soaking up some of this feedback that we keep getting from people, because people are saying the most amazing things about what they're seeing. And we're just like, oh yeah, thank you. You know, oh yeah, we're just giving it a go or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to sometimes just be like, hang on, let's watch this video back. Oh yeah, that was decent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what I'm doing there.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't break that down or like, so
I've tried to learn a couple of my solos off the album and I can't figure it out.
No, it's not happening.
You know what I mean?
I don't think we've
been that. You know?
I can barely remember my bloody lyrics half the time. It's like, never mind remembering exactly what I did on the record.
Well, it was 2 weeks since our last gig on Saturday, and we did 3 in 2 days, 2 weeks before. The first one, pretty chilled back garden little festival thing, and then the second one was on that night. And we played the third one. And we were really fucking tight that weekend, you know what I mean? But just 2 weeks later, like, I'm the one who's forgetting little parts or something like that, and I'm looking at the boys like, my bad, like, you know what I mean?
These are your songs,
keep going with us.
That happens a lot.
I'll tell you what, dude, let's, should we wrap it up? I think we should. Do you want to wrap it up? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
We've had a cracking chat there.
Where can we find you?
Tell us where to find
everybody watching find you?
Not Seaborn.com.
Not Seaborn. I was not born in the sea, guys. Seabonemusic.com. Or Seaborn4, at Seaborn4 on Instagram and Facebook and all that shit. But, you know, you type in Seaborn. Don't put a dash in it, by the way, guys.
Is there a dash in it on your at, though?
No. That is a C and a B attached to each other.
It makes a nice guitar shape. Oh, yeah, no, I see
actually
it now,
designed that myself.
Yeah, it's well
so
cool.
I
That's
was
cool. I like that.
quite happy with that.
Yeah, no, you should be happy
cool.
with that.
I didn't even realise that was your
very,
hat.
very cool.
Yeah. I go
That's
close
cool.
up.
Yeah,
Like,
knock the camera over, wipe the data off of it. Yeah, brilliant.
but yeah.
I'll put those
Seaborn
links on
and
the
all of
screen
that
anyway.
stuff,
Yeah.
Please do check us out, guys, and check these out as well, because they're fucking good lads. Like,
Cheers, man.
you know.
Thank you. Oh.
Yes.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Watch your neck.
Protect your neck. Check the neck. You're right.
Yeah, I did that thing earlier where I tapped on my head. I was like, that was a bad idea.
Oh, really?
We're talking. You'll see that when you watch it back. I was like,
Oh, God.
There's a clip on the John Ferris podcast where he literally just like moves the mic stand like that, and it's like, fuck.
Oh, my God.
It's like subtle because you don't sort of clock it, but after the day after, he was like, dude, I must have been sat funny or whatever, and I was like, I watched the footage back, mate. You literally just moved the mic stand.
Oh.
That's all you did.
Any tiny movement.
Yeah. A thousand times better though so far.
Well,
Yeah,
we had a
good.
quick chat about your accident as well, didn't we, earlier? So, and that was, I'm glad you
Yeah.
came back from that.
I still can't straighten my arm out.
Oh, you sort of lock off, do you?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's stayed like that. But luckily, it's perfect for the guitar. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's all right. Yeah. That's crazy.
For the
Yeah.
people at home, Seaborn got run over by a taxi, was it? A car?
Car. Yeah, I thought it was a taxi.
I mean, if you do have the footage and it's not graphic, we'll stick it in.
It's on a CD somewhere. I'll be a
I mean, if you can't find it, don't worry.
yeah.
But I love a good clip.
I love a good car crash.
Yeah.
I love a good skate. Don't skateboard on the wrong side of the road.
What's that word for people who watch videos of people dying? Is it smut or something? No, it's
Is
not
it?
smut.
Snuff.
Snuff.
If it's a snuff film, then
Snuff
it's
film.
someone. We've gone on this right at the end of the podcast. Eh?
Yeah.
But
I did die, by the way. I'm a ghost.
he's not actually here.
Yeah, we're just crazy.
He's
We'll watch this back and be like, there's no one on the camera, dude.
we're just crazy. He's AI. That's what he is.
Aye, as we call it up north.
Aye. Yeah, cool, man. That was lovely.
Lovely, mate. Excellent.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
good
enjoyed
times.
that, man.
Yeah, that was
Proper
it.
enjoyed
It
that.
was the first podcast I've ever done.